Hello, my sweet soul sisters and brothers. Today, I want to come to you with something that I'm finding very interesting. I recently picked up this book, The Audacity to Be Queen, The Unapologetic Art of Dreaming Big and Manifesting Your Most Fabulous Life by Gina DeVee. Okay, I don't really know who this lady is, but the book sounded interesting. And it has brought to the surface a lot of clarity for me, which is interesting because I've been studying this stuff for 20 plus years. But she really precisely laid out something that makes perfect sense now for me. And I've shared it with some of my friends, and it's making utter sense to them and giving a lot of clarity about how the divine feminine shows up in our lives and what it looks like when it's balanced, but also what it looks like when it's out of balance. So, this balance in the yoga philosophy is the gunas. And it's tamasic, which is deficient, it's rajasic, which is excessive, and it's sattvic, which is in balance, in harmony. And so I want to go through this list. I actually created a list. I'll share it in the group about what this looks like. And so for me, what I want you to really do is just listen to the list and listen to see if you end up being more compliant energy, which is the deficient, the tamasic energy? Do you end up being more defiant energy, which is the rajasic, excessive energy of the divine feminine? Or do you land more toward the alliance, the balanced sattvic energy? And the interesting thing is, I went through this, I realized, whoa, here's my old patterns, here's where they sneak through, but this is where I live most of the time. So for me, I'm mostly compliant. Now, you don't have to be any of all three of these. Like you don't have to be the whole list of any of them, but you can know your dominant MO. And the interesting thing for me is that you can swing back and forth through these. And some of my friends said, holy crap, I was judging myself because I was defiant and I was letting other people who were compliant be better than me. Or if you're a compliant kind of woman, then you look at a defiant woman and say, damn it, I want to be more like her. And you're judging yourself and another person, not accepting where you are or seeing where you want to go, because whether you're in the compliant deficient energy or in the defiant excessive energy, we are both bringing ourselves into harmony through the sattvic balanced energy of alliance. Okay, and so this originally came from, Gina mentioned this in her book, that the original intent of this list, which is called the injured feminine instincts, that comes from the fact that we are always trying to get our needs met. We all have human basic needs, okay? And so some people are going to go in this direction to get those needs met, and other people are going to go in this direction, but our divine self wants us to take that centered path, okay? And again, the book that I found it in is The Audacity to Be Queen. Check it out if you want. Okay, so let's just start off. I'm going to read from left to right in this list so that you can see the comparisons. All right, so the compliant woman tends to lean into shamefulness. And on the opposite end of the spectrum, we find self-obsessed. We think that we are defiantly right and things like that. And the alliance, the balanced woman, is self-assured. She knows because she knows. The compliant woman is easily embarrassed, where the defiant woman is harsh. And the alliance, balanced woman, is confident. She knows who she is. She shows up just as she wants to show up. The compliant woman is inadequate, feels herself to not ever be good enough. And the defiant woman on the other end of the spectrum thinks she is superior. She's better than everybody else. What's wrong with those other people over there? They don't have it figured out at all. Whereas the Alliant woman is peaceful. She can see clearly. There's nothing wrong with either. She just sees it clearly. Peaceful. Brings harmony. Okay, the compliant woman believes herself unworthy of good things, of abundance, of love, the relationship she deserves, whereas the defiant woman is entitled to get exactly what she thinks she wants. And the Alliant woman is grateful. She sees all things as gifts, gratefulness in her heart. Okay, the compliant woman is codependent. You know what that looks like when, even if you aren't in a codependent relationship. You might be dependent upon other people's thoughts or beliefs about you, what people tell you that you're good enough or something like that. That is also codependent. The defiant woman is addicted, all right? She needs these things in order to survive. And the Alliant woman has intact boundaries. She's not going to let anybody or anything determine who she is, right? The compliant woman is a worrier, always pondering what could go wrong, what's wrong. Whereas the defiant woman is domineering. She says she knows the way and it's right and it's going to be this way. And the Alliant woman is intentional. Okay, so you see where I'm going with a lot of these things. The compliant woman needs approval, is people-pleasing and indecisive, whereas the defiant woman is demanding, inflexible, and inconsiderate. And the Alliant woman is purpose-led, open-minded, gracious, right? We're leaning into these balanced energies, which are actually very high vibrational energies. And the compliant and defiant energies are very low vibration energies. And the really cool thing about this is that we're in control of them. Whether we know it or not, we're in control of them. And we can choose to see what is working for us and what isn't working for us. And if something's not working for us, well, honey, you get to choose a different way, right? You can say at any moment, this is a belief that is untrue. My negative self-talk, there is zero truth in it. And so I'm going to find a better way. I'm going to get curious. I'm going to allow myself to be worthy and optimistic and supported and generous and integrated and capable, because that's who I know myself to be. If you go deep within and you ask your highest self, what is my truth? Who am I? What do I know to be absolutely true about myself? Your highest self is not going to say that you're a know-it-all, that you're self-righteous, or that you are an overgiver, that you're overwhelmed constantly. Your highest self knows that you are abundance itself. Your highest self knows that you are worthy to give and to receive. Your highest self is the one guiding you toward a better, more expansive life, because you truly are limitless. What gives us limits are the beliefs that we have to be compliant or we have to be resistant in order to get our needs met. Right? So I'm curious about you. Where do you fall in this spectrum? I'm going to upload this to the documents and I'll put a link in it because it's really interesting. And for me, what happens I printed it out so that I can look at this, because the small self is tricky. And it says you're really comfortable doing it this way. If you're a more compliant woman, like people pleasing is super easy for me to do. I don't like doing it so much anymore, but that was me when I was growing up. I mean, that's exactly what my mother modeled to me. And that's where most of this comes from, is from our mothers and our female influencers, whoever was in our life. Okay. So look at that. Look at, you're not wrong for being compliant. You're not wrong for being defiant, but is it really serving you? That's the question that you've got to ask. Is this really getting me where I want to go? Is it helping my work? Is it helping my business? Is it helping my family by me being so inflexible and critical and domineering that my kids start to hate me and resent me? Or is feeling invisible and under earning and insecure supporting my highest good? Is it allowing me to live my purpose? If the answer to those is no, then we've got to start looking at those beliefs and get ourselves back into alignment with who we really are. All right. So I encourage you to take a look at this list, to share in the comments, what are you? Are you more of a compliant woman or more of a defiant woman. And honestly, men have this energy in them too. Okay, so you can absolutely, as a man, check this out and say, whoa, I'm more compliant, I'm more defiant, or I'm moving toward alliance. Ooh, that's really where we want to be. You don't have to be all or any of these, but where we'd like to be is moving toward the balanced, sattvic, harmonious state of alliance, because that's where we're going to find the joy that exists within our heart. That's where we're going to find and embody our abundance and our purpose and the reason that we're here. And that's where we can come into decision making clearly, where we can have a real impact in our lives, in our businesses, in our families. Where you're no longer trying to get the approval of somebody else or pissing them off because you're right. So look at this list, share what you feel about this, do it in a voice, do it in a live, do it in a typed out share. But I would love to hear what you think about this idea of the injured, and maybe just share what you've done to start healing this, or if you're in the process of healing this, or if you want help healing this. This is exactly what we do in Sacred Fulfillment, where you get to have mentorship and relationship with other beautiful women who are in this group together, working on building their businesses, building their spirits up, and leading this world from the inside out. You know, you can't give anything that you don't truly own. So if you want to really own leading with love, then honey, you got to figure out how to really truly love yourself. Move beyond these self-limiting barriers, because you really are limitless. So if you are interested in that, also, please feel free to direct message me or go to mindyarbuckle.com/talk, and we'll set up an appointment. I've got a couple left on my schedule this week, and I would love to talk with you. You know, I'll have to be honest, I'm actually manifesting 8 beautiful women through the rest of this month, because I'm taking a journey with my family to Dubai, and I want to take 8 beautiful women with me through my coaching so that I can share my experiences. Unfortunately, I don't get to actually take you with me, but to be able to be a part of this journey with me and with you, putting all that abundance together, it just magnifies and multiplies our own success. And so if you feel like you might be one of those 8 beautiful women who's ready to take your life and your business out of just dabbling and into the next level, honey, schedule that talk with me. I'm so excited to share this journey with you, because you are living smaller than what you need to right now. And having clarity about where you're living small is one of the first steps to getting you to playing a bigger game. Yeah. Making more money, having more impact, and doing what your soul, your body came here to do in this life. Okay. I absolutely adore you guys. I'm so grateful for you. And if you want to go to Dubai with me, schedule a talk and we will get you set up to see if you're a good fit for this program, and really, again, take you from dabbling in this and not sure if it's going to work or not, to really having certainty that your business is your purpose and your purpose is your business, and you are meant to succeed at that. All right. Tons and tons of love to you. I'll talk to you all very soon. I can't wait to hear your comments. Bye.